Michelin has always believed in being a good corporate partner as well as being a very active member of the communities we serve. Michelin has been an active member of Upstate of South Carolina since the early 70s, where we opened our first manufacturing facilities. We have over 9 facilities throughout the state and almost 10,000 employees. So at Michelin, we aim to live in harmony within the communities where we serve. And we do this by living out our purpose, which is to provide a better way forward for our employees, our customers, and the communities in which we serve. In 2019, I'm happy to say we celebrated our 10-year anniversary of a program we call Michelin Challenge Education. This program is centered around partnering with Title I schools within the communities that we serve, and we do many different things that include mentoring, tutoring, providing support services to those students. Another program that we're proud of is our workforce development program, where we look to invest into the talent today and tomorrow for our workforce. And those programs include our internships and our co-ops, as well as 2 very successful programs. One we call the Michelin Tech Scholars Program, as well as the Michelin Apprenticeship Program, where we provide opportunities for individuals in our manufacturing facilities to gain access with our company and start off with a great career. It feels great to work for a company that I know shares many of the values that I personally hold, and we do that by using measurable metrics. And so we actually record and report the number of volunteer hours that all our employees work with these different programs, and we're proud of that. And these programs range from, as I said, working in our community with educational programs, working with our workforce development, or working with some of our initiatives with United Way and other charitable organizations.
Welcome, everyone. It's good to see you guys here. I am so glad that you have joined us. This is going to be a great event, and we're going to get you off to the event here in just a quick second. But before we do that, I wanted to introduce you to someone, a partner that means a whole lot to me. This is Joe LaPena with Drum Creative. How's it going, Joe?
Good, Rick.
It's good to see you. Joe, I could not have done this event without you and your staff, and we're going to meet a couple of those folks here in just a second. But I just wanted to give you some recognition because we're doing something here that I don't think has really been done, the type of event that you guys are getting ready to watch. What you're going to see, the bells and the whistles and a little bit of glitz and glamour and a whole lot of fun and a little kookiness and a little silliness. It all comes from these guys and their creativity. Joe, you did a great job. Thank you, buddy.
Thanks, man. Think this has been really cool to actually work with you, work alongside, collaborate on this idea. How do we actually pull this off? And I think it's been a great partnership along the way.
It certainly has, and I appreciate you working with me. Let's meet a couple guys really quick. Johnny, Matt, you guys come on in here real quick. These are the guys, Joe, that made it happen, right?
That's right.
Who we got here?
I got Matt. He was handling all of our video work, made sure lighting was good, all of that. And Johnny was also then taking care of audio, lighting, and making sure we were on task doing the right things, turning the right things on, and all of that.
Right.
So they've been a great team to work with.
Right. Well, they have certainly been a good team for me. Johnny and Matt and Joe, thank you so much. Guys, let's get to the event.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to GSA Business Report's inaugural Women of Influence event. Thank you for joining us as we prepare to honor 25 of the most influential women in the upstate. Chosen by our readers, these women have demonstrated uncommon success in their chosen field of business and a commitment to giving back to their communities. To kick off the festivities, please welcome GSA Business Report publisher Rick Jenkins.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. You certainly know how to make a guy feel welcome. My name is Rick Jenkins, and I am the publisher at GSA Business Report, and we are the media company that serves high-level business executives in the upstate of South Carolina, and it is my great honor to welcome you today to our inaugural Women of Influence event. Thank you so much. Thank you. You know, I am not standing on a big, fancy stage that is well lit and gorgeous in some mammoth venue like the Greenville Convention Center. But don't be fooled. Don't think that we don't have an audience here that is excited and ready to celebrate And we got tons of folks in our studio. And guys, I just want you to turn the cameras around a little bit, and I want to get a couple shots of this audience because they are fired up and ready to go. Let's get a look at these guys over here. And guys, get a shot of those folks up in the cheap seats over there. They're having a lot of fun tonight. And we're just going to pan through the crowd a little bit, and you can see that we're having a lot of fun. And so thank you for joining us, and we appreciate you being here. Well, obviously, we're just having a little bit of fun here, but there's no harm in having some fun. You know, a while back, several months ago, when we were deciding to do a Woman of Influence event, and we do a lot of events a year, and I have a feeling that a lot of folks that are watching today have seen our events and been to our live events. But when we were thinking about doing this event, we of course didn't know it would have to be a virtual event. But given the state of affairs these days, given our social distance protocol, and just the general uncertainty of the COVID-19 pandemic, we had two options basically. One option was to continue to postpone this event until a day that we felt we could all get together safely and feel comfortable seeing each other again. And the other option was to do something virtually. But we wanted to do, if we did it virtually, we wanted it to be really special. And you know what? We did not want to wait. And that's why we're coming to you today with this virtual event. And we think it's going to be a lot of fun. Before we filmed this show, we wanted to make sure that our studios were completely disinfected and completely clean so that everyone that is filing through the studio, the honorees and the sponsors, that they all felt safe. We went to our partner US&S to ensure that this happened. US&S is a locally owned facility maintenance and support service provider that's located here in Greenville. And check out what they did when they came by. This is really cool. Check it out. How often do you have a couple people come into your office with full-on gear, a hazmat suit? Doesn't happen too often, but that was really cool. Thank you to US&S, and I appreciate CEO Rich Hagens and President Yulita Austin for helping make that happen. We appreciate you guys. Before we go any further, I'd like to welcome our presenting sponsor, which is Michelin North America. Now, normally we would have a representative from Michelin here up on stage talking to you, but given the current state of affairs with the virus, we decided to film these comments a little while ago, and we took some time to sit down with Joni Martin. Joni is the Chief Administrative Officer at Michelin North America. Let's hear what she had to say.
Thanks, Rick. Hello, everyone. My name is Joni Martin, and I'm the Chief Administrative Officer for Michelin North America. I'm honored to join you virtually as we celebrate the outstanding achievements of women in our community. In my role at Michelin, I'm responsible for the critical business support functions that enable our company to take care of our customers every day. I've personally had the privilege of working for the company more than 23 years and have enjoyed opportunities to grow and learn in our corporate office in Greenville, as well as an assignment in our headquarters in Clermont-Ferrand, France. Experiences like this one reinforce my appreciation and belief in Michelin's purpose to give people everywhere a better way forward. With more than 20,000 employees and 19 manufacturing sites in North America, Michelin has been proud to call Greenville home for more than 45 years, just a few years longer than I have when I came down to Furman from Columbus, Ohio, just a couple of years ago. As one of the Upstate's largest employers, Michelin has set ambitious goals focused on building leadership teams with a broader range of voices, views, and backgrounds to add greater depth and breadth to the company's approach to management. We truly care about creating a purpose-driven culture where all employees feel empowered by their individual contributions. In fact, that purpose-driven culture can be found both within and outside the walls of Michelin. Most recently, leaders from across our organization have mobilized to aid in the COVID-19 pandemic relief efforts across not only the Upstate, but across North America as a whole. Michelin donated 700,000 masks to community partners in the areas where we have a presence, and countless supplies like gloves, face shields, hand sanitizer, and even meals for essential workers like truck drivers who visit our sites daily. The value of gender diversity, particularly in the workforce, is widely acknowledged and is a priority for our teams at Michelin. Women bring different perspectives and approaches to business, resulting in a more inclusive workplace and better performance of the company. The Michelin Women's Network and Lean In Circles help build female leaders and foster an engaged female workforce around the world. The Michelin Mamas, a personal favorite of mine, that group offers support and resources for working moms to find balance at work and home. At Michelin, we are focused on championing gender equality for the workforce of today and tomorrow. Women at Michelin volunteer each week in local elementary and middle schools through the Michelin Challenge Education Program to serve as mentors, reading buddies, and tutors to introduce girls to STEM careers. Although we have made great progress at each of our respective companies, we still have work to do as we continue to ensure equal representation of women in the workplace at all levels by listening to women in our organizations and providing an opportunity for them to share feedback with our leadership teams. We can create scalable programs and resources that will help drive and measure progress for all employees over time. As we strive to do better each day for our customers and our community, the commitment and dedication of our employees remains the force that moves us forward on this journey. I would like to extend my sincerest congratulations and thanks to the honorees and companies in this virtual room that invest their time and resources back to this vibrant community. We look forward to continued growth and even stronger partnerships as we work together to attract, retain, and develop influential women in our community. Now we are looking forward to officially recognizing our nominees. Back to you, Rick.
Joni, thanks so much for those comments. We appreciate you, and we of course appreciate Michelin North America for being the presenting sponsor of this event. We could not do it without you folks, and of course we couldn't do it without a few other sponsors that I'd like to mention today too. The Bank of Travelers Rest. They have put their name on a very important award, the Outstanding Community Champion Award. And we'll be giving that a little bit later on in the show today, and you'll hear from Eric Wall, who is the Vice President and Marketing Director at Bank of Travelers Rest, just a little bit later. The next sponsor is the Greenville Chamber of Commerce, and they have been a very important partner to GSA Business Report over the years. CEO Carlos Phillips and his Cracker Jack staff over there are doing a wonderful job right now in these uncertain times. Their leadership has been steady and reassuring, and we appreciate those guys. The next sponsor that I want to mention today is the City of Malden. Those guys are sponsoring a very special champagne toast that will take place at the end of this show, and you don't want to miss it, so stick around. It's pretty cool how we pulled it off. The next sponsor, Drum Creative. They're the guys that did everything that you're seeing here. They put this show together, and they did a wonderful job. We couldn't have done it without their assistance, their professionalism, and their guidance, and we appreciate Joe LaPena and his crew at Drum Creative. And last but not least is Crawford Strategy. Crawford Strategy is going to be assisting us today, and one of the representatives from Crawford is going to be my co-MC. Her name is Addie Sheik. Addie is the communication strategist with Crawford Marketing, a full-service marketing and branding firm in Greenville. And Addie, I believe you are a Georgia Bulldog.
I am a Georgia Bulldog. I bleed red and black. I think I have the appropriate colors on today. Very happy to be with Crawford Strategy. Been there for more than 2 years now as a communication strategist working in PR, also working with businesses, teaching them how to best deliver their brand and help employees become brand ambassadors for their organizations. Certainly excited to be here today talking to these incredible women. I am part of a woman-owned business. I know what a gem that is in the industry, and the things that we can do creatively and as storytellers, as businesswomen. So definitely happy to be here talking to each of these honorees and recipients today.
Well, I'm glad to have you. Addie, first of all, I love your name, Addie Sheik. It sounds so chic.
Haha, that's good.
Yeah, that was good. I dig it. So I'm glad you're here. Addie is basically going to help me co-MC this event. Before I go any further, though, Addie, I want to talk a little bit about a big award that that Crawford Strategy just won, and I'm going to have to read this because it's a long name, right?
Yeah.
It's a long name, but I want to make sure I get it right, okay?
Sure.
Crawford Strategy received the Intermedia Globe Silver Award from the World Media Festival's Television and Corporate Media Awards located in Hamburg, Germany. Addie, that is a mouthful. What did I just say?
You essentially said that we were chosen out of nearly 800 applications for this international recognition. We happened to win in the animation category, which is not something that you'd think of for a marketing, PR, and communications firm, but we were very fortunate to collaborate with the Fly Studios out of Greenville for our client American Zinc Products, AZP as we like to call them. They are zinc producers out of Mooresboro, North Carolina. And so you kind of think, well, what's a zinc producer and how do they do that? And we thought, well, exactly. We need an explainer video to tell them how. But instead of just walking people through the plant and have some boring spokesperson droning on about facts, why don't we animate it, tell it in a more innovative and creative way? We loved what we were able to do through animation, through excellent copy, and I think the world actually took notice. So we're very humbled and honored to put Crawford Strategy and our client on an international scale.
I love it. I bet Marion Crawford is a proud mama.
I think so.
All right, good to have you here. What you are going to do today is you are going to interview our honorees as they come through. We're just going to have a quick little back and forth with them for 90 seconds or so, and you're going to organize that for us, right?
Absolutely. I've got a great job today.
I know. Okay. I'm looking forward to this. Addie, we'll see you in just a bit.
Sounds good. Thanks, Rick.
All right. All right, folks, let's get started. I told you earlier that I'm going to introduce these folks in no particular order, and so we're going to get started with our very first honoree tonight, and that is Brandy Amidon. Brandy is the co-president and chief financial officer at Brains on Fire, a full-service marketing agency in Greenville. But get this, she is not only the co-president there, but she is also the mayor of Travelers Rest. I don't know how she does it, but I look forward to figuring out how. Travelers Rest, about 5,500 people. Let's give her a virtual round of applause. All right, Brandy, welcome. Congratulations to you. There's your award. Why don't you pick that up?
Thank
Let's
you
take a couple photos, and we're going to do that right here. Okay, Brandy has made her way over to the other side of the studio to talk with Addie Sheik. And Addie, I believe you and Brandy have something in common, both in marketing, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. We love what you guys do with Brains on Fire. Just incredible work. And I'm just impressed that you juggle all the things that you do, working with Brains on Fire, but you've been on the Travelers Rest City Council for 8 years, mayor for 3. I'm searching for your superhero cape somehow. So please tell me, how do you find time to do all that plus run a company?
Yeah, I also have a 6-year-old, so add that into the mix
there
as
you
well.
Go.
I think you make time for the things that are important. So being mayor, this is my hometown. So proud of Travelers Rest, Brains on Fire. These are my people. You know, I take care of them and just have a loving family. And so you definitely make time for the things that are important. And I have limited hobbies as well. Not too much time.
I think sometimes that works,
Yeah,
especially with folks
does.
like us. That creative outlet. Don't want to not have something busy to do.
Yeah.
So tell me, you said there are several women in your life who have been influenced to you. You're obviously being honored as a woman of influence yourself. Who have been those influential women in your life?
I probably have 2 that are most important. My mother, of course, just such a hard worker no matter what job that she had, and always make sure you do it to your best. And then my grandmother, same thing, just a really great work ethic, and she was that model of like a businesswoman. You know, she went to work and had a suitcase and worked with a calculator, and so that was my image of what I was going to grow up to be, and just both super strong and powerful women.
Well, I know they're very proud of you, and congratulations. Rick, we're going to send it back to you.
Thank you, Addie, and congratulations again, Brandy. All right, folks, let's keep moving along. Our next honoree is Carol Burdette. Carol is the president and CEO of the United Way of Anderson County, and we all know what the United Way does, of course. It secures resources to help folks in the community in a variety of ways, put those dollars into action. And Carol was also a mayor once upon a time. She was the mayor of Pendleton. Our last honoree, of course, Brandy Amidon, was the mayor of Travelers Rest.
And now Carol, a former mayor, is with us tonight. And so we'll hear from her in a second. Take a look at this. Hi, Carol. Congratulations. I'm glad you're here to accept this award. Please take your award and let's snap a couple photos. All right, Addie, back to you. I think Carol has made her way over to you. And you know what's interesting? I know Carol is not the mayor of Pendleton right now, but she used to be. In 2002, she was the mayor and the CEO of the United Way at the same time, just like Brandy was when we talked to her a minute ago. How in the world do women like that make all that happen? How can they do it?
They're change makers. They're women of influence. I think that's why they're here and being honored today. Thank you so much for being here. Congratulations, first of all. So I love the advice that you gave, or maybe at least an exclamation, when we're talking about keeping balance with your personal life and your work life. You said, "You've got to be kidding me."
Yes.
So please just tell me first, what does that mean to you?
Well, that means I have very little balance in my life between my work at United Way and volunteering, which is an opportunity to serve, whether it's been while I've been the United Way president or as mayor of Pendleton. I am all about community, and that's why I have very little balance in my life, and I think it's a joke when people ask me.
You know what, that's fair, and I can relate to that. Tell me, what is the most valuable thing that you've learned as you serve through the United Way?
Well, right before I went to United Way as the CEO, I was a volunteer at United Way, and we had just launched our Women's Leadership Initiative, and I was the founding chair. That initiative ended up being part of a multi-year effort to prevent young girls from becoming pregnant before they were financially or emotionally ready. And we've had over a 60% reduction in Anderson County in conjunction with partnerships with the schools and other agencies. So I'm extremely proud of that work.
And you should be. Valuable work, valuable effort. Congratulations. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Back to you, Rick.
All right, folks, our third honoree is Sarah Arbogast. And Sarah is the Director of Corporate and Foundation Relations at Clemson University. And Sarah's job basically is to build collaboration between industry leaders and leaders at Clemson, including the athletic folks at Clemson, which sounds like a really cool and fun job. So everyone, please, at home, give a round of applause to Sarah. Sarah, congratulations.
Oh.
It's good to see you. You know, I haven't seen you for a while.
I haven't seen you for a while.
It's been a
either.
while. Well, I usually see you out networking at places, but we haven't been networking for a while, right?
Right.
Anyway.
It's been about 2 months, I'd say.
Yes, way too long, way too long. Congratulations on that award.
Thank
Pick it
you
up.
so much.
You're welcome.
This
Let's
is
take a few
amazing.
photos.
Thank you.
All right, Sarah has made her way over to Addie, and Addie, I need you to ask Sarah something for me.
Okay.
Can she get me some Clemson football tickets?
Well, I don't know, Sarah. Can you get friends and family Clemson tickets, like the national championship?
I mean, for friends and family, no, but for Rick,
Well,
Of course,
there you go.
of course.
You're welcome, Rick.
Yeah.
Listen, welcome. Congratulations. We are so proud of what you do in the community and for Clemson University. I know you're also part of the Leadership Greenville class, the current
Yes.
class number 46.
Absolutely.
And all the things are changing a little bit with COVID-19. You guys are doing some amazing work. Can you tell me a little bit about what's been meaningful to you?
I think the most meaningful part of it is building new connections with people I didn't even know before in Greenville. And Greenville's a small town, but it's really a big town. So getting to meet these new people, build bonds with them, and we're really making an impact in the community together. It looks a little different right now, but we're still meeting. Our team still meets weekly on Zoom, and we're still trying to stay connected. And I don't really know what I would do without my team anymore.
Absolutely. Well, we're proud of your flexibility, the impact that you're making. Congratulations.
Thank you so
on
much.
Being a woman
Very
of
humbling.
influence.
Thank
Very
you.
good. Back to you, Rick.
All right, folks, up next is Catriona Carlisle. Catriona is the Executive Director of Meals on Wheels of Greenville County. And what a noble calling Meals on Wheels is. It means something really special to me. My father-in-law has been ill for some time now, and Meals on Wheels brings him food quite often, and it helps out the family, and he likes the food. So please give a round of applause to Catriona Carlisle. And we're back with Catriona. Catriona, congratulations. It's so good to see you. I'm glad you're here. And there's your award. Please feel free to take it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank
Let's
you
take
very
a couple
much.
photos. Okay, Addie, you got Catriona over there. Let's see what she has to say.
Absolutely. Well, this one's a special one for me because I had a small part in this nomination for Catriona, and we're so excited that she was selected as a woman of influence. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
It's great to see you.
Good to see you too. We love the mission of Meals on Wheels of Greenville. You said the best thing about your job was the volunteers and the difference they can make in the lives of the homebound clients. Can you tell us more about that?
Absolutely. Our volunteers, I think when I first came to work at Meals on Wheels, I didn't understand the impact that the volunteers made. I've been there over 10 years, and some of them have become dear friends. I've learned why they got involved, why they continue. Some have been with us almost 52 years. And just to hear the stories on not just what it means to the clients, but the stories that the volunteers come back and say, you know what, you really make a difference in my life and helping.
Very good. And mentorship's a huge part of your life and the way you serve. I see where you've been the mentor for the Furman women's basketball team and other women in the community. How did all that come about? Why is that important to you?
I think for me, first I have a daughter who's 20, and I look back and think, gosh, there are so many people that have made a difference in my life, both women in leadership, peers that I've worked with, family members, and I just think it's so important that I wish I had really learned that earlier in my career. I'm a huge sports person, and so when I had the opportunity to work with the women's basketball team at Furman, it was a great fit, and what a great group of girls that are using their gift as basketball, being in school, and then they go out and do a lot in our community, so that was a big piece for me as well.
Well, we are just so honored that you're here. Congratulations on this
Thank you
recognition.
again.
Absolutely. Back to you, Rick.
All right, folks, our next woman of influence is Heather Simmons Jones. And Heather is the president and CEO at the Greenwood Partnership Alliance. And the Alliance is a public-private partnership that provides leadership and financial support to drive economic growth in Greenwood. But it's also charged with protecting that community's quality of life. So I want her to make sure she protects Greenwood Lake, because I go there a lot. I love Greenwood Lake. So let's give her a virtual round of applause. Heather Simmons Jones. And I'm here with Heather. Heather, congratulations.
Thank you.
It is good to see you. And there's your award.
All right.
Grab that award and let's get a few photos.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you to everyone that nominated me.
with Heather Simmons-Jones, who's President and CEO of the Greenwood Partnership Alliance. Congratulations on this award, this recognition. I know a lot of people cheering you on and championing you this. As an economic developer, you have the opportunity to work with people in the community. You're working towards making the Greenwood community a better place. Can you tell me what is most meaningful with what you do?
Absolutely. I think as an economic developer, we have a really unique opportunity because everything that we do essentially builds a better sense of place and a better opportunity for people to get jobs. And when I put my head on my pillow at night and I'm thinking about what we accomplished that day or that month or that year, the opportunity of people being able to put food on the table, to be able to provide for medicine, to provide for their children, really is a very meaningful type of career. And so I think economic development is a feel-good type of job, and being able to work in a community like Greenwood is really unique because the public-private model has been so successful for over 20 years, and I'm just so excited and delighted to be a part of that community.
Well, we are excited and delighted to have you here and to recognize you today as a woman of influence. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Back to you, Rick.
All right, let's move on to our next honoree, who is Jayne McQueen, and she is the founder and the president and the CEO of the Mobile Meal Service of Spartanburg County, and she is the second honoree that we have talked to tonight that is dedicated to feeding the needy. Now, what Jayne has done is extremely impressive. Up in Spartanburg, she has 150 volunteers every day that deliver up to 1,500 meals a day to the needy folks in Spartanburg County. Let's give her a round of applause. All right, Jayne, here we are back with Miss Jayne McQueen. Congratulations on your award. I'm glad you're here. Here's your award. Let's pick it up and take a few photos. All right, Jayne has made her way over to Addie. Addie, I just cannot fathom getting 150 volunteers together every day and distributing 1,500 meals. I cannot picture in my head the organization that must take, right?
It is hard work, it is important work, and we are so happy to have you. Congratulations on this award. This time that we have been walking through this COVID-19 crisis, it truly affects people, the homebound, the elderly, because they can't get out and experience daily life just like we've all kind of experienced, making what you do more important than ever. Can you tell me a little bit about having to walk through that and how it's been?
Well, it's been a new adventure, and it's certainly had its challenges, but it's had its tremendous blessings as well. In the middle of March, when all this came down, we decided that we wanted to protect our recipients, our volunteers, and our staff. How could we best do that? We had found last year in a survey that 40% of our recipients said we were their only contact every day, which meant we were very important for their socialization, their well-being check, but also we were the source of their germs. So rather than encouraging, which we typically would do, the volunteers to go in and have a hug and a little visit, we're saying, wear this mask, put gloves on, stay at the door, make sure you see them, because that's so important to know that they're able to come to the door or able to, call for the door just to leave the meal. And if not, we're going to check their emergency numbers, the hospitals, and dispatch police and deputies otherwise. So it's a whole different process now because our volunteers are wanting to hug and wanting to go in, but we send them with masks and gloves on, and then we don't let anybody in our building right now except staff. And of course, we're like you must be doing temperatures and logging them, and it's just a new challenge. And where volunteers usually come in every morning and help our production staff serve the meals, admin staff is doing that now, going in at 6:30 and helping with that process. But you know, we just look back at the tremendous blessings the Lord has provided. And we just praise Him. This is His ministry. He asked me to start it 43 years ago, and here we are.
Absolutely. And what you're doing now means that very soon, hopefully, we can get those hugs and those face-to-face visits. Congratulations. Thank you for being here. Rick, we're going to send it back to you.
Our next honoree this evening is Dr. Elizabeth Davis, and she is the president of Furman University. She became the 12th president of Furman back in 2014. Furman, of course, is a private liberal arts university, the oldest private institution of higher learning in South Carolina, actually. Everyone, please welcome Dr. Davis. All right, we're back with Dr. Davis. Congratulations.
Thanks, Rick.
So good to have you here. I know you had to drive over here from Furman, which is a pretty good drive, and it's actually pouring down rain, but you made it.
I made it, yes.
Good to have you. Here's your award.
Well, it's an honor. I appreciate it.
Oh my goodness, I'm glad you're here. Let's pose for a couple of photos.
Sure.
All right.
The coronavirus crisis has forced us all to look inwardly at our own organizations to make some tough calls for the best of our organizations. We are here with Dr. Elizabeth Davis from Furman University. I know that's something that's been particularly challenging for y'all as you've tried to navigate what this looks like and what that looks like for next semester. So I know you wanted to speak to that on behalf of your own university.
Yes, thanks, Addie. I appreciate it. You know, I've been president for 6 years at Furman, and this is probably the most difficult challenge I've faced, not just at Furman, but as a leader. The pandemic has created so much anxiety, uncertainty, and you know, we're about being together. That's what Furman is about. It's a residential campus. Our faculty choose to teach in an environment where they have close relationships with students, and we've been apart. And because of the uncertainties, you know, we don't know what the fall is going to look like. So we've had to make some tough choices around cutting or reducing salaries, furloughing individuals, even cutting a couple of athletics programs. And there certainly are armchair quarterbacks who are helping me know whether my decisions were correct or not. But that's really one of the things as a leader is to really understand the organization, to put the organization and the people first, and with compassion, communicate the kinds of challenges and why we have to do the things we do.
Absolutely. And despite the challenges and what can be perceived as setbacks, there are also some inspiring moments through this that really show you what you're made of. Do you have anything like that that has really made you proud of your university?
Absolutely. One of my things that I like to do is to get good people in the roles in which they thrive and then just let them go. And to see how our faculty in particular have adapted how they teach and to be creative. One of my favorite stories is one of our Spanish professors in a conversation class can't be there to have conversation, right? And so she connected her students with her nieces and nephews in Mexico and had the students learn to have conversations with people living in Mexico, interviewing for pretend jobs in Spanish. And it's nothing she had ever thought about before, but the pandemic actually has allowed people to become more creative and try to do even better than what we might do under normal circumstances.
Normal circumstances, right. Absolutely. Well, listen, we commend you on all of these steps that you have taken and will take forward, and we wish you the best of luck. Congratulations on being a woman of influence.
It's an honor. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Rick, back to you.
You know, these are challenging times, Addie, and I just wanted to say to Dr. Davis, we appreciate your candor and your willingness to talk just a little bit about it. These are tough decisions you had to make, but that's why you are as influential as you are, and we appreciate you being here. Thanks so much. Our next honoree is Ann Angermeier, and Ann is the Executive Director at the Upstate Workforce Board, which is located in Spartanburg. The organization's mission is to assist with building and maintaining a workforce development system that meets the needs of employees. Also, she runs a nonprofit organization called Upstate Workforce Futures Corporation. That's a mouthful. I'm sure that both of these are challenging jobs in these challenging times. Please welcome and congratulate Ann Angermeier. All right, Ann, congratulations. It's so good to see you.
Thank you.
I'm glad you were here. Here is your award. Pick that up. Okay. And let's take a few photos right here. Okay.
Well, we're here with Ann Angermeier. First of all, congratulations from being a woman of influence. What an honor.
Thank you.
We love what you do with the Upstate Workforce Board. Tell me, what is the best part of your job?
I think the best part is helping individuals thrive and earn self-sufficient wages, and it's helping businesses grow and be very successful.
Absolutely. Much like many of the women that we're honoring here today, you're very involved in your community on top of everything else you're doing. Tell me how you balance everything, your work and your home life.
I try to compartmentalize everything. I'm very much a scheduler, very organized. I never had children, so that helps a lot.
Sure.
And really, I'm not really good at the work-life balance. I do a lot more work than I do balancing the rest of my life.
You know, we've heard that a lot today, but as a woman of influence, certainly we commend you on all that you do and are continuing to do. Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Awesome. Back to you, Rick.
Our next honoree is Dr. Lisa McWherter, and Dr. McWherter is the Executive Director and Board of Trustees Vice Chair at the Abney Foundation in Anderson. The private foundation, founded in 1957, aids organizations that are operated exclusively for educational, religious, and charitable or literary purposes. Lisa has an incredibly impressive educational background. She attended the Harvard Business School, studying in both Boston and Shanghai, and I want to ask her about that a little bit later. Folks, please welcome and congratulate Dr. Lisa McWherter. All right, Lisa, congratulations.
Thank you.
I am so glad you're here, and there is your award. Please pick it up, and let's grab a couple of photos.
Sure.
All right, photos right here.
Well, we're back over here with Dr. Lisa McWherter. First of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
Absolutely. A woman of influence, certainly with everything that you've done and do with the Abney Foundation. Just
Thank
love
you.
the premise of the foundation and its focus on education. As Rick mentioned, you are a graduate of the Harvard Business School. So I want to start out by asking you to maybe give some advice to the graduates of 2020, those who have gone through an incredibly tough time, maybe not had to get their graduation at that rite of passage, but as they pursue their educational goals, what advice would you give them?
Whether educational goals or other types of goals, I would say just keep doing the next right thing, whatever you think that may be. And oftentimes our perceived path to success in our mind's eye looks one way, but in reality, sometimes it turns out a little differently. And if you keep just taking the next right step that you're led toward, whether it's a straight path to that perceived success or in some other place, you can often wind up right precisely where you're supposed to be, even though that might not have been what you had planned. So this is a curveball, sure, for graduates, but it doesn't define them, and it's going to be whatever they make of their path.
Wonderful. Really, really great advice. Thank you for that.
Sure.
You've mentioned several women who've had major influences in your life. Two of them were Dr. Ernestine McWherter, your mom.
My mom. Right.
And Dolly Parton. So I'm curious.
That's right.
What do, if anything, they have in common?
Well, they have a lot of things in common, actually. They're very bright people. They're great at what they do. They love the Lord. Mm-hmm. They put God first. Yeah. And they've used their skills and abilities to in accordance with what they've been called to do. And they don't mind putting God first and putting that out there. So those are some of the things that they have in common.
Wonderful. Well, we're just so very proud and honored that you're here. Congratulations on this award.
Thank you.
God
It was
bless
such a
you.
surprise.
Yeah. Well, hey, you know what? You earned it. So God bless you. Thanks.
Thank you kindly.
Yeah. Back to you, Rick.
Our next influential woman is Pam Christopher, and Pam is the president and CEO of the Anderson Area Chamber of Commerce. And the Anderson Area Chamber of Commerce covers quite a few towns up that way, and I just want to make sure I get them here: Belton, Honeypath, Iva, Pelzer, Pendleton, Powdersville, and a few others. So Pam stays busy. I tell you, I've known Pam for a few years now, and I think her likable personality alone is enough to put her on this list. Please give her a round of applause. All right, Pam, there's your award. Congratulations to you. It's so good to see you. Please take that award. Let's grab a few photos. I've not seen you in a while. We used to see each other from time to time, but this thing's got all screwy, and we'll get through it though, right?
It's difficult at best, but absolutely.
I know.
Our people are resilient. We will definitely get through this.
That's right. Congratulations.
Thank
Let's
you.
get a photo right here.
Well, we're back with Pam Christopher, who's the president and CEO of the Anderson Chamber of Commerce. As a Powdersville resident, it is nice to meet my president of the chamber. Thank you so much for all that you do, and congratulations.
Oh, thank you very much.
Absolutely.
I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Well, we're excited to honor you tonight. I have a question. I want to know, as you were thinking about the jobs that you wanted to do in your life, does it match your personality?
It does. It absolutely does. I love our people, and it is definitely a people person kind of a job, but I always want to do what I can to help people. I always said I couldn't be a nurse or a doctor, but we're helping people behind the scenes and helping businesses grow and helping our economy.
And there's a lot of different things that I see in the Powdersville community and Pelzer and Pendleton. What are you most proud of in the business growth and development for your business owners?
I think the things that we can do when we have that growth, what it's creating for future jobs and for people that might be underemployed, that they have opportunities to move up. It's just a great atmosphere. I know when I first came here, we had someone that we worked with at the school system, and they had a child that was going through and was acting out in class, and our principal actually pulled him aside and talked to them. But they had a mother that had an impending death. I mean, she had cancer, stage 4, and he had a little 8-year-old sister. And it was about he was trying to deal with the impending death of his mother and how he was going to provide for he and his sister. Mm-hmm. And when we learned that, we had opportunities to put him with someone in our business community and work with him. And so he was doing an apprenticeship and making money and helping his family. And that's kind of the heart of it. It's what it's about, is trying to help our people so that they have better opportunities.
Which is always important, but now more than ever, right?
Absolutely.
Very good.
Absolutely.
Well, again, congratulations.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am. Back to you, Rick.
All right, folks, moving right along. Our next honoree is Erin Ford. Erin is the Executive Vice President of SC Bio, and SC Bio is the South Carolina Biotechnology Industry Organization, and that is a mouthful for me to say. SC Bio is a not-for-profit life sciences and economic development organization. Let's give a big round of applause to Erin Ford. Okay, Erin, congratulations to you. It's good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while.
That's right. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. There's your award. Pick that up. Let's grab a couple photos. Photos right there. Okay, Erin has made her way over to Addie, and Addie, you and Erin have a couple things in common.
Oh, yeah?
One, you both have a background in television.
Nice.
And two, and I think more importantly, is you both have now helped me co-MC an event.
Oh, there we go.
Of course, Addie, you're here now.
I am, but...
Erin helped me last year co-MC our annual Roaring Twenties event, which is when we honor the fastest growing companies in South Carolina, and you both do so much better than me.
Oh.
I'm glad you're here. Go.
I mean, I don't know about that, but we could swap if you need to. So,
No, that's okay.
She's
That's
like,
okay.
We're good. Congratulations.
Thank you so
first of
much.
all. Just some amazing influential work that you do with SC Bio. So we're thrilled to honor you tonight. I understand with everything that has been going on in the world with the coronavirus crisis, your work is probably very busy and a little hectic these days, yeah?
Yes, it is. I think we've never been busier as an organization and really having to rethink and readjust what we're doing. And it's been great to see the support that we've had from our partners, from creating a website for PPE supply items with the South Carolina Extension Manufacturing Partnership and the South Carolina Hospital Association and Department of Commerce. I mean, that's just one thing. Seeing our members pivot and make items that are necessary for folks that are dealing with COVID-19. So it really hits home, and our industry is really taking center stage during this crisis. So we're happy to be able to provide the support that's needed during this time.
The adaptability of the human population right now is what's so inspiring to me in all of this.
It definitely is.
You mentioned that your sister was a huge influence in your life. Why is that? And tell me a little bit more about her.
Sure. Well, my sister is fabulous. She helped me pick out this outfit.
She did a great job.
And she owns her own business, and it's really centered around women empowerment. 4 Girls on a Mission. It's an apparel company, and it's based on 4 girls, including my mother and her 2 daughters. And my mother elegantly raised 3 kids while working full-time, being active in the community.
That's
Impressive. She didn't let us know how difficult that was.
Sure.
So that was amazing to have her as a role model. And my sister, we support each other in life and in business through motherhood and just trying to get through the days, right? Taking it as it comes. And also finding power in your own story.
I love that. Finding power in your own story. It's something that I think we should try to do more often, right?
That's right. Yes.
Very good. Well, congratulations to you, a woman of influence for 2020.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Hey, Rick, back to you.
Next up, folks, is Adela Mendoza, and she is the Executive Director of the Hispanic Alliance of South Carolina. The Alliance works with a network of agencies and individuals to advance Hispanic communities in the upstate. Adela also used to be the statewide program manager for the South Carolina Immigrant Victim Network. She just might get the prize for the cutest kid photo, too. You'll see it in just a second, so please give a round of applause to Adela. All right, folks, we're back with Adela. Adela, thanks for joining us. Congratulations to you. And here is your award. Why don't you take that and let's snap a couple photos. No worries. Let's get a photo right there.
And And we are back over this way with Adela Mendoza, who is the Executive Director of the Hispanic Alliance of South Carolina. First, I just have to say congratulations.
Thank you.
We are so happy to honor you as a woman of influence for 2020. We talked a lot today about mentors, the importance of them. You had mentioned that you wished you had more formal mentors earlier in your career. Why is that?
Yeah, so I think that when you are just starting your career, you are so focused on your own kind of, self-defined success that you are just busy with work. And I wish and I hope that young professionals, especially women, are going to seek those more experienced leaders that can really sort of help you navigate that new world of, being a leader and, being a professional woman. And I think that having a trusted advisor always can help you sort of accelerate your development because you are not so busy thinking of, what am I doing right? What am I doing wrong? And so I hope that the young ladies that are watching this video will really take action and sort of take ownership of their own success.
Well, you've obviously done some incredible things with your career as Executive Director, and we love what you do with the Hispanic Alliance. Tell me, do you have mentors now, people that you still reference and talk to?
Yeah, absolutely. I think I find that as I get older, actually, I seek more mentors, especially those who are very different from me. I think that having trusted advisors that offer a very different perspective because of their lived experiences can truly broaden your perspective. And I feel like during a time where the world is so polarized, that's exactly what we're missing. We are needing to hear the opinions from different people who have different experiences that can really let you sort of walk on your shoes. And so, yeah, as I grow older, I think that I continue to seek more and more mentors that are different. And I don't think that there is an age limit to find new mentors and people who can really broaden your thinking.
I think that's fantastic
Thank
advice.
you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Again, congratulations. We are very honored by you and continue to do that wonderful work that you are
Thank you
doing in
so
this
much.
community. Yes,
Thank
ma'am.
you.
All right, Rick, we're going to send it back to you.
Thank you, Addie. Guess what?
What?
We are halfway finished.
Wow. Goodness.
Moving right along, moving quick. You doing okay over there?
I'm doing great. I'm having fun.
Okay, good. I am too. Let's keep moving though.
Sounds good.
Our next influential woman is Jennifer Sutton. Jennifer is the founder and CEO of Bright+Co. Bright+Co is a full-service marketing agency that is here in Greenville. Jennifer worked for big global agencies, working on big global brands for a long time before she decided she's going to go off on her own and do her own thing. Everyone give a big round of applause, virtual round of applause to Jennifer Sutton. Jennifer Sutton, welcome. I haven't seen you in a little while. We got all this coronavirus thing going on, and so, yeah, when I saw you today, and me too, when I saw you, I wanted to shake or hug or whatever, but we did the elbow thing. Good to see you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well deserved. Pick up your award. Let's take a couple of photos right there.
We are back over this way with Jennifer Sutton, the founder and CEO of Bright+Co. You guys do some incredible work. You guys have gotten a ton of awards for it. You have definitely compiled a really good team over there.
Yes, we have. I'm very proud of it. We're about 20 people full-time, and then we have a network that we've built over 100 people in various disciplines of marketing so we can scale really quickly with our clients. Without having that extra overhead.
What would you say is your main focus of your firm? What do you strive for with your clients?
We strive, really our core is brand strategy and setting the foundation of, getting the business where it needs to be for both short-term and long-term success.
Sounds good. You've said that you're an introvert, I understand, and you've learned to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. Tell me what that means.
I think it's being a CEO, and especially a woman CEO, there's not a lot of us out there. I think putting yourself kind of out of the box and getting used to being in an uncomfortable space on a daily basis and fail is okay. and learning that you learn from failure, and that's what really makes people successful. So
Absolutely.
that's how we've kind of built our team around strengths, but also helping people recognize where it's okay to fail. It's okay to try, and that's how I think we've grown and developed a really good culture.
Well, I think that's wonderful. Congratulations on being a woman of influence for 2020.
Well, thank you.
Absolutely. Back to you, Rick.
All right, we're moving along. Our next woman of influence is Tiffany Santagati. She is the Senior Vice President at Community First Bank. Community First opened for business here in the Upstate back in 1990, and now they have 8 full-service financial services centers in South Carolina. Tiffany also volunteers her time to a number of Upstate organizations, including the American Red Cross, the Greenville Chamber of Commerce, and the Hispanic Alliance. Let's give a virtual round of applause to Tiffany Santagati. Okay, we're back with Tiffany. Congratulations to you.
Thank you so much, Rick. I'm so excited. I really appreciate it.
No worries. I'm glad you're here. There's your award. Pick it up. And we're going to pose for that camera right there. All right, Tiffany is over with Addie. And Addie, did you see the photo of Tiffany that just popped up with those white ribbons and her hair? The cutest thing.
Yes, so cute. You know, they say in the South, I think the bigger the hair bow, the more influential
Right.
the woman. Or that's not necessarily what they say. But today, that's what we're going to say. Tiffany, congratulations. We are just so proud of you.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it and really appreciate the honor and being recognized.
Absolutely. Well, you're involved in many organizations within the community. So tell me just one that stands out and why it's so meaningful for you to be involved.
Oh gosh, it's hard to narrow it down to one. I'm going to say one that I really appreciate is the Children's Trust of South Carolina. And really the reason is because it influences all children, and the goal of that organization is to really eliminate child abuse and neglect, or at least prevent it. Yeah. So, you know, being able to reach out to children across the state and really make an influence in their lives is so impactful for me.
Absolutely. What an amazing organization. So thank you so much for being involved with them. You also said that your favorite quote, and I love this, the 2 most important things in life are people and experiences. I happen to agree, but I'm curious as to why you think so.
So if you think about how people really look at life, I think that we overestimate the importance of things, money, success, and really if you look at the core of what's really important, it's the people you love and the people you're surrounded with, as well as the experiences you're able to have with them. And that's one of the reasons I love to give back to my community, because really empowering everybody around me really just makes everything better, and it's what I live for.
Absolutely. Congratulations. We are so happy to honor you as a woman of influence for 2020.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Hey, Rick, back to you.
Okay, back with our next woman of influence, and that is Jennifer Stillwell. And Jennifer is the Executive Vice President and Chief Marketing Officer at Visit Greenville SC. Yeah, that Greenville. I think everybody knows what Visit Greenville does. Visit Greenville is in charge of promoting our Greenville really all over the world in any way that they do it. And I tell you, they've been really successful. I think Jennifer is responsible, or partly responsible, her and her folks, for turning Greenville from a hidden gem into what it is today, and I can't make up my mind if I'm happy about that way. But I like them both. Give a round of applause to Jennifer Stillwell. Jennifer, congratulations for being a woman of influence. Here's your award. Pick it up. Let's get a couple photos. All right? And we're going to get a photo right there.
back over here with Jennifer Stillwell of Visit Greenville SC. I absolutely love being a Greenville resident, and I love the fact that people from all over the world want to come and visit Greenville as well. Talk about the value of tourism here and why that's so important.
First, let me say that I think I have the best job in all of Greenville.
Yeah.
I have the opportunity and the responsibility to market, sell, and promote the destination. And what's really important to understand about tourism is a travel promotion strategy is a definitive path to positive economic development for a community.
Yeah.
In Greenville, South Carolina today, tourism is worth $1.3 billion, that industry. And so what happens is visitors come and they spend in our community, they stay in our hotels, they eat in our restaurants, they shop in our stores, they go to our attractions, they go in our art galleries, they go on things like the Swamp Rabbit Trail, and that visitor spending ultimately impacts all of us. It generates new tax revenue every single day. It's the only source of new tax revenue generation in our community. It saves all of us more than $1,000 annually in taxes. It supports over 11,000 jobs in our community, over $290 million in annual wages and salaries. So there's a really direct economic benefit. And we additionally benefit from our quality of life because our civic leaders in the city and county councils, they invest into our quality of life through some of those revenue streams that come in through accommodations tax or hospitality tax. So it's purposeful growth, but it's also very meaningful growth for our community, and that we as residents all benefit from the tourists who come and visit. That's all we're asking them to do is come make a visit, and then they return back home to their communities.
And we certainly see that they're not disappointed because they're coming back.
Correct.
Which is a great
thing.
thing.
Fact, 97% of all people who come and visit Greenville would recommend Greenville to their friends and family, which none of us in Greenville would ever doubt that figure, right? I mean, but that's an incredibly high confidence rate in our community.
It's a great stat. Well, it's very clear to see why you were selected as a woman of influence. Congratulations.
Thank you so much for the honor. Really appreciate it, and congratulations to all the people that you are recognizing today.
Thank you so much, Jennifer.
Thank you.
Rick, we're going to send it back to you.
All right, moving along, folks. Our next honoree is Jill Rose, and Jill is the owner and founder of Perceptive Recruiting, an employment agency that specializes in IT, engineering, and technical staffing needs. Jill started the company in 2014 after working for years in HR departments at various IT companies, and she is also the president of Upstate Women and Technology. Let's give her a virtual round of applause. Jill Rose. All right, welcome back. Jill Rose, congratulations to you.
Thank you, Rick.
I'm glad you are here, and there is your award. Pick that up, and let's pose for a couple of photos, and we're going to go right there.
Okay.
All right.
We're here with our next woman of influence, Jill Rose of Perceptive Staffing. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, Addie.
Really exciting to have you here. You do so much in the community. In addition to owning your own staffing agency, you are also president of Upstate Women and Technology. Tell us a little bit about that organization.
Sure. Well, the organization was started about 18 years ago, having gone to a lot of IT networking meetings that were primarily men, and there'd be a core group of 4 or 5 women that would attend, including me. And we thought that it would be kind of nice to start a women's group because it is really a primarily male-dominated field. And so we started a very long time ago with just a handful of people, and now we have over 400 women on our email list, and we meet monthly. And the group is really designed to allow women to network with other women, but also we provide learning opportunities. We bring in guest speakers every month for opportunities to talk about IT or things that are changing in business, professional growth speakers, and also for women, you know, to make friends. Because everywhere they go, they are in technology around a lot of men.
Yeah, absolutely. We talk about the importance of STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math, and especially women in STEM, as you just mentioned.
Yes.
Do you think that it's changing? Do you see more women coming into these career fields?
Yes, definitely. It's getting better. Yeah, I've been in technology staffing for 25 years.
And so it has definitely changed. There are more women in it, but we're still pretty much a minority, I would have to say.
What is the importance of women getting into these fields?
Well, if you talk to the hiring managers that I deal with, I think women bring a different perspective to business, and so they like the diversity on the team.
Sure.
It just brings different mindsets and different ways of looking at things. I think women have a unique perspective, and I think teams like to have them included in that.
Well, great, and we like to have you included in this year's nominees. So thank you so much. Congratulations for being a woman of influence.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Hey, Rick, we're going to send it back to you.
All right, folks, our next woman of influence is Kerry Murphy, and Kerry Murphy is the executive director of Artisphere, and she has been that for the past 12 years. Most all of you know what Artisphere is, of course. It has turned into one of the country's top art festivals. It's held on Main Street every year in downtown Greenville. Great food, great music, great art, all kinds of great stuff that goes on there. Now, unfortunately, it was scheduled for a couple of weeks ago, and now it has been rescheduled for August. And we hope that it happens in August because it's one of the most fun events of the year. Everyone, please welcome Kerry Murphy.
Okay, welcome back. Here we are with Kerry. Kerry, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
It is good to see you. Thanks for coming by. Artisphere, scheduled for a few weeks ago, and of course now the situation is very different. We've got a pandemic we're dealing with, and so I know we've had to postpone. And when did we pushed it back to when?
August 21st through 23rd.
Okay, well I hope all works well on August 21st through 23rd because it's one of my favorite events of the year. It's probably one of yours too, right?
Yeah.
I bet. Let me get your award. Okay, here it is. Take that award. Once again, congratulations. Let's get a couple photos. All right, Addie, you got Kerry Murphy over there with you. I had mentioned just a second ago that Artisphere has been postponed, and I just want to ask Kerry, I want you to ask her how confident she is about Artisphere occurring in August. It's my favorite event of the year, other than our own, of course, but I love Artisphere, and I hope we can make it. How confident is she?
Yeah, what are your thoughts on that one? Hard to know, right?
That's right. It's a little bit of a fluid situation right now, but we certainly hope that time will prove that as we move slowly through this process of reopening, that things will progress, and we're optimistic, and we're very hopeful that it will come off, and we are proceeding as it will at this point in time.
Okay, well, our fingers are crossed. Artisphere truly is a wonderful time. It always falls on my birthday weekend, so it's a fun way to celebrate my birthday and support local artists. In this time, we've talked about shopping small and supporting local vendors and artisans and local artists. How can we do that? How can we support artists? Maybe it's not Artisphere in the week of May because we've missed it, but what can we do to support them in this time?
Well, all of the 135 artists that are participating in Artisphere are on our website, artisphere.org, and they have links to their own websites where they all have their own galleries. We are asking them presently for content for social media and for our website to give us a gallery tour, if you will. Give us any kind of content of you working on a piece of art, or even a brief little interview or a TikTok or whatever you might like to do to really get to know the artists. That's what's so fantastic about art shows like Artisphere is the experience and the opportunity to actually meet the artist and have a connection with the artist. That's what makes all the difference for their sales. So you can support them on our website, and of course there are a number of local artists on our website, and I would encourage you to take a look at some of their sites as well.
Definitely going to check that out this afternoon. Thank you so much for being here. Congratulations on being a woman of influence for 2020.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Rick, we're going to send it over to you.
Our next woman of influence is Mallory Pellegrino, and Mallory is the Director of Education for the Warehouse Theater, which is a performing arts venue in Greenville, and it has been around for 46 seasons. The theater is located in a beautifully renovated former cotton warehouse. If you haven't seen it, you ought to check it out, and it's one of the cornerstones down in Greenville's West End. Mallory is a graduate of the University of South Carolina, and let's welcome her. Congratulations, Mallory. Welcome, Mallory.
Thanks, I'm so glad to be here.
I'm glad you are. It's good to see you. You know what? I love your last name, Pellegrino.
Yes.
Yeah?
Italian.
It is so Italian.
It's very
I love it. Is your family the heir to the water fortune?
My husband likes to convince people of that.
Right. Well, I'm going to go with it. It's a good story, true or not. We don't let the truth get in the way of a good story, right? Congratulations on that award. Let's pick it up, get a photo or two. We're going to get a photo right there.
We are excited to celebrate Mallory Pellegrino, who is the Director of Education at the Warehouse Theater. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
It's got to be really, really exciting. Love the Warehouse Theater, what you produce, being the Director of Education. First of all, tell me what that means and what it is that you do.
Sure. So it means that I have the privilege of being in charge of all of our education and engagement activities. So that ranges anywhere from the things that we do in the classroom in Greenville County schools to community engagement events at our actual theater, where we have public forums centering around topics of interest to Greenville specifically that are found in our plays. And then we also have several community partners. We partner with Bridges to a Brighter Future out at Furman University, and Thrive Upstate's head and spinal cord injury. They have support group has that Acting on Impulse team is what we call it.
Yeah.
We've been with them for 5 years. So it's people that have suffered a traumatic brain injury and are trying to find a new normal for themselves, and they really love producing theater.
I know from my own experiences, arts can be a healing thing, an educational thing, a wonderful opportunity, particularly with the youth. Talk about why it's important that the youth have involvement in the arts.
Sure. So I think that arts is even more of a collaborative activity than sports, because sports, you do have the rivalry there, and theater in particular, as an art form, relies on collaboration from people on stage, backstage, everyone working together to create one whole story to share with an audience, and the audience is even part of that collaboration as well. They're always the missing piece in anything that we do. So I think it truly teaches youth collaboration skills. A lot of the work that we do is enhancing what is already happening, like in a classroom. So our flagship program is called This Would Know, and we teach the actor's approach to Shakespeare. So Shakespeare was writing his plays over 400 years ago, and people were seeing and hearing them on stage. But now we're mostly reading them in a classroom, and it feels dense and old and boring and tough.
Yeah.
And teachers are having to grapple with how to teach, what feels like old English. Really, Shakespeare was writing in a time where he was inventing words, and it was new English and playing with the art form. And so our aim is to take what's already happening in the classroom and making it fun and exciting and engaging for students, because they're going to have to, from third grade gifted and talented students all the way to high school students, and engage with Shakespeare. And so we want to make it accessible and enjoyable for them and arm them for the future.
Love what you're doing. Love your passion. Again, congratulations
Thank you so
on
much.
being a 2020 Woman of Influence.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Rick, who's next?
All right, folks, our next woman of influence is Michelle Seaver, and she is the president for Greenville, Spartanburg, and Cherokee counties for the United Community Bank. She's been doing that for 7 years now, and United Community Bank provides a wide variety of retail and corporate banking services. She's a graduate of the Moore School of Business at the University of South Carolina. Please welcome Michelle Seaver. Michelle, welcome.
Thank
Congratulations.
you.
It's good. It's good to see you. I haven't had a chance to meet you until you walked in today, so it's a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you. I'm thrilled to be here.
I'm glad. Grab that award and let's take a photo or two.
Sounds good.
All right, here we go.
We are back over here with Michelle Seaver, who's the Greenville County President for United Community Bank. I am grateful to call her a friend and excited that you are a 2020 Woman of Influence. Congratulations.
Well, thank you, and thank you for having me here today.
Absolutely. So let's just start it off. You said it being involved in our community is part of our responsibility. What does that mean and why do you feel that way?
Well, I think it is part of our responsibility to give back to our communities. We live in a wonderful place, and we only can make it better by helping. And so I don't think it's one person's responsibility. I think it's every single citizen's responsibility to do something to make the place we live even better.
Absolutely. In addition to United Community Bank being so involved in the community, you personally are involved in many organizations, many of them health related. Is that something particularly important to you?
Well, I do think that the health and wellness of our communities are very important, and I think that makes us better workers and better people in general. It is something that has appealed to me over the years, and just have had the opportunity to be involved with a wonderful organization.
Wonderful. Well, we are incredibly happy for you. Thank you so much for being here and being a 2020 Woman of Influence.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Rick, we're going to send it back to you.
Our next Woman of Influence honoree is Mie Potter, and Mie is the founder and owner of Finding Peace. Basically, Mie helps people from all walks of life in a wide variety of ways. She provides private coaching, personal development training, and works with those in need to discover and rediscover life skills. Mie is a great person. I've known her for a while. You all welcome Mie Potter. Mie, it's good to see you.
Good to see you.
I haven't seen you in a while. Mie and I are Commerce Club buddies.
Yeah.
And because
not going to the Commerce Club right
and
now.
we haven't been going to the Commerce Club, right? And so we haven't seen each other in a while, but it's so good to see you. And I can't think of too many people who deserve this award more than you.
Thank you so much.
And I'm happy for you and congratulations. Let's take your award there.
Okay.
Just pick it up and let's get us a couple of photos.
We are so excited to be honoring Mie Potter, who is the owner of Finding Peace. This is a company you started on your own. Tell me about the inspiration.
So I actually have a business coach like me who helps me.
Wonderful.
And she came up with that name because that's what I try to help people to do. So entrepreneurs hire me to support them as they reinforce skills to plan and prioritize their way to peace.
I love that.
So finding peace.
Wonderful. How important is it to have that mentor or coach to help you along the way, whether it's an entrepreneurial journey or just a life journey in general?
I believe it's vitally important, and why I have one myself, because we can't look at ourselves and evaluate ourselves as well as somebody can look at us objectively and steer us, guide us. So we don't offer advice, we just tell people what is the best practices that we know, and with some guidance from God, and then we go forward. And so people actually come to me because they're overwhelmed or they feel like they're overwhelmed, and I help them to realize that it's just a matter of taking a breath and evaluating where you are and going forward and not so overwhelmed.
What would be your best advice to people now who are certainly feeling overwhelmed in the wake of the coronavirus and what we've been walking through? What's your best advice for people?
So one of the things that I have people start doing right away when they start working with me is to start journaling. and start, and it's actually one of the best forms of therapy for anything, is to just start writing down your thoughts. And if you look at your thoughts and you try to turn what is your negative thinking into positive thinking, and you attack each thing step by step, it will help you a lot. And breathe. Yeah, and really, there's actually brain science that shows how much getting oxygen into our brain really helps us to think. Yeah.
All of
And
these-
meditation.
There you go.
Right?
All of these are just wonderful, wonderful things to keep in mind. Obviously, if you want more, you can go to Finding Peace. Ms. Potter, thank you so much, and
Thank you.
congratulations.
Oh, thank you. This was just an amazing thing.
Rick, who's next?
Our next honoree is Dr. Nika White. Nika is the president and CEO of the aptly named Nika White Consulting. Nika has become a national authority in her field, and I'm sure most people watching this know Nika. They've seen her somewhere. She's an award-winning consultant, a keynote speaker, and she's also an author. Please welcome Dr. Nika White. All right, welcome back. Nika, congratulations. I haven't seen you in a while. Welcome.
Thank you so much, Rick. I'm so excited to be here. What an honor. Thank you.
I don't think there are too many folks who deserve the honor any more than you. You're always around, you're always doing things, and I feel it's an honor for me to have you here.
Oh, well, thank you. That means a lot.
You're welcome. I want to ask you something. Net Night, which has long been one of the best networking events in the upstate, other than mine, it's no more, right? I mean, you all have pushed Net Night aside. That is your event that you kind of organized through the Greenville Chamber of Commerce, but that's kind of pushed aside for other things, right?
Yes, and so Net Night was actually established in 2013 as a chamber initiative to help bring together diverse constituents in our community, private, public sector, to help create fruitful connections that could lead to great opportunities. And so it's been a wonderful event. We did that for several years, and it retired actually in 2019, and now we're doing some other things that allow networking opportunities.
Well, I miss it. I always called it Nika's Net Night, and you say that 3 times in a row, and that's tough. But anyway, congratulations.
Thank you so
Pick up that
much.
award. Let's get a photo.
Thank you so much. I'm honored.
Well, Dr. Nika White is a dynamic woman. I am so proud to know you and to be affiliated with you in different ways through the Chamber, but we are here to honor you today as a 2020 Woman of Influence. So first of all, congratulations.
Thank you so much, and I am deeply honored. This is a great recognition, and I really appreciate it.
Absolutely, absolutely. You're an author. 2 books. Do I have that right?
You have that right.
Very good. Tell me about them.
So my first book is entitled The Intentional Inclusionist, and it's all about helping people to understand that being intentional about inclusion is a leadership function, and it's something that all of us have a responsibility for. And my second book is entitled The Next Level Inclusionist, and it's all about transforming yourself and your workplace for diversity, equity, and inclusion success.
You're being honored, obviously, as a woman of influence, but I'm curious, who is your woman of influence in your life?
Oh, that is a great question. I'm going to answer that with 2 answers. The first is Michelle Obama. I think that she is just such a classy, intelligent woman, and I love her authenticity. I love her compassion for people, and so how can you not love Michelle Obama? Yeah. And then secondly, someone that I can touch and feel and reach out to every single day is my mom, Sharon Wilson. She's definitely a woman of influence. She is the reason that I am who I am today, and so I owe a lot of my accomplishments to her.
Well, you certainly are accomplished. I know she's very proud. Again, congratulations to you, Nika.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Rick, who's next?
All right, folks, we're moving ahead with our next woman of influence, and it is Tammy Johnson, and she is the founder and CEO of High Spirits Hospitality. And High Spirits Hospitality has been around for quite some time. She founded it in her garage, and now it has grown to the point where she has 5 different brands and 15,000 square foot of space throughout the Greenville area. Please welcome Tammy Johnson. Tammy Tammy, it's good to see you.
Thank you for having me.
I'm glad you're here. I haven't seen you in a while. Actually, you spoke at an event of ours last year, 10 women executives, 10 mini keynotes.
Yes.
And that's when I got to know you a little bit. You did wonderful there, and I'm sure you're going to do wonderful here.
Well, thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Take your award. Let's get a couple photos. Okay, Tammy has made her way over to the other side of the studio with Addie. And Tammy, I got a question for you. Well, actually, it's not a question. I need to tell you something. My wife wanted me to give you a shout out because right before Mother's Day, the Saturday before Mother's Day, I came down to your place, the Old Cigar Warehouse, to pick up some goodies. And one of the goodies that I picked up was mimosas. And they were wonderful, and we sat out on our deck and had mimosas for too long, but they were wonderful, and the wife said to tell you, excellent, good job.
I'm so glad she enjoyed those. Yes, I actually made those by hand the day before, so.
Nice.
I crafted them.
All right, Addie.
All right, well, I want to know, first of all, what's a mimosa?
So for Mother's Day, you know, little pun on mimosa, but we did a little champagne kit where folks got to purchase a bottle of champagne with some homemade, let's see, what did I throw in there? Fresh strawberries from Swamp Rabbit Cafe, some fresh ginger, lemon juice OJ, and it was just...
That kind of sounds perfect.
Yes.
Very good.
Yes.
Awesome.
It's delicious.
Rick mentioned that your company is made up of 5 different brands. So real quick, give me the rundown.
Yes, so Liquid Catering is my first baby, as I like to say. We were founded in 2011. It's a special event bar and beverage catering company. So we bartend for weddings, corporate events, anything of that nature. Then I have Old Cigar Warehouse, which is an event venue in downtown Greenville. I have Bravo and Protection, which is kind of a little odd, people think. It's a security company. So we provide armed and unarmed security guards to protect people, places, and assets.
Sure.
But it actually fits in really well with the event niche.
I would think it would,
Yes, it's fun. It's a really different, intriguing business for me. I have High Spirits Events, which is an event production company. And then Topside Pool Club, which is a super fun rooftop social club.
So cool.
Above Falls Park in downtown.
Yeah, very good. Well, I am mega impressed. It's easy to see why you were selected as a Woman of Influence for 2020. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're very
Thank you for the
welcome.
honor.
Absolutely. Rick, we're going to send it back over to you.
All right, welcome back, folks. Our next woman of influence is Sharon Wilson, and Sharon is the president and broker in charge of Wilson Associates. They are a boutique real estate agency in Greenville, and she founded the company in 2014. Now they have beautiful office space in downtown Greenville on East Broad Street. I've been there a couple times. It's absolutely gorgeous, by Northampton Wines, by the way. Sharon has been a fixture in this community for a long, long time. I'm sure most of you know Sharon that are watching this. Congratulations, Sharon Wilson. All right, welcome back, Sharon. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, you are a woman of influence, and I don't know too many people who deserve it more than you. It's good to see you.
Well, it's very kind of you guys to see you as well.
Well, I haven't seen you in a while. It's been a little while.
Got to come visit.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Take your award. Let's have a couple of photos. Just hold it up there in front of you, and we'll have a photo snap here.
Honored to be here with Sharon Wilson. As Rick said, she is a fixture. That was a nice word, right?
Well, that's a nice word.
Of the Greenville area. Thank you so much for being here. Congratulations.
Well, thank you very much. I'm excited about this.
You are absolutely welcome. Listen, you are a Greenville girl, born and raised. Very good. I moved here about 7 years ago, but I like to call this home. What, in your opinion, is so great about Greenville and the upstate that makes people want to move here?
Oh my gosh, what's not great about Greenville, the upstate? It's the easiest part of my job is to sell people in Greenville. Houses may be a little bit harder, but Greenville sells itself. It has everything. You know, proximity in the state to the mountains and the beach when somebody wants to go on a vacation is one thing, but the school system, the affordability, the parks, you know, it's a great place to live.
Hard to beat.
Hard to beat.
Definitely. You said that a woman who has had great influence in your life is Caroline Pardue. Tell us about her.
Well, I went to Ashley Hall in Charleston, which was an all-girls school, and she was the head mistress there. And I transferred from a public school to a private school, and they were saying they didn't think that I could do it, but she is the one who just said, I know you got it in there, you can do this, and it was through lots of things, not only academics, but in student government and different things that she encouraged me to do, and that I never had in a school situation, and she just really brought out the best, not just in me, but in some of my other classmates as well.
Wonderful. It's good to have that kind of influence.
Yeah, it was a great influence. It really was.
Well, again, congratulations. You're a 2020 Woman of Influence.
Thank you. That's kind of fun.
You're welcome. Rick, who's next?
All right, folks, welcome back. Our next woman of influence is Krista Newkirk. Krista is the president of Converse College, which is located in Spartanburg. And Converse College consists of an undergraduate women's college as well as coeducational graduate, online, and summer classes. Krista became the college's 10th president in 2016, and since she arrived in Spartanburg, she has already ensconced herself in the community. Please welcome Krista Newkirk. All right, welcome back. Krista, welcome.
Thank you.
It's good to see you, and congratulations to you.
Thank you very much. It's a real honor.
Now, when we are filming this, it is raining like cats and dogs outside, and you made the trip all the way down from Spartanburg. You got lucky, got in between the raindrops. Right. No problems, you good?
No problems.
All right. Congratulations again. Let's take your award, and let's get a couple photos. Here we go.
We are here with Krista Newkirk, who is the president of Converse College. First of all, let me say congratulations.
Thank you. It's a real honor.
So please tell me, what is the best part about your job as president of Converse College?
Oh, it's the people, hands down. Just seeing the students when they arrive and that excitement and anxiety, watching them grow through the years until they graduate, seeing them as they go off to their graduate school or the job of their dreams, and then when they get to come back as alumni and meeting with them, hearing what their lives have been like, how they've remained friends with their students at Converse over the years. It's an incredibly enriching job, and I will say the faculty and staff are amazing at Converse.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
With the time that we have been walking through, it certainly hasn't been the easiest of experiences for the class of 2020.
No.
So please tell me, and you can address the class, but what would be your advice to them as they graduate, whether it's virtually or otherwise, and go on into the world?
Yeah. You know, what I would say to the class of 2020 is you are survivors. You will have experienced things that others won't. And you can take this experience and grow from it. I've seen you grow over the years, and you're going to continue to do wonderful things. And so I just encourage you to go out there and give it all you've got.
Krista, thank you.
Thank
Wise
you.
words, wonderful words, and we wish you all the best. Congratulations.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
Yeah. Rick, who's next?
Thank you, Addie. Guess what? This is our last presentation of the evening, and this is certainly not least. But anyway, we've made our way through this, and we're down to our 25th honoree, and that honoree is Jennifer Evins. And Jennifer is the president and CEO of the Chapman Cultural Center in Spartanburg. The center moved into its current 86,000 square foot facility, 3 buildings up there. It's actually gorgeous. Jennifer became president a few years after it opened in 2007. She has a history of success with nonprofits. She's a trained leader in diversity, equity, and inclusion in the nonprofit sector. Please welcome Jennifer Evins. Congratulations. It's good to see you. Last time I saw you, I think, was last year when we had our power event that was 10 executive women, 10 mini keynotes, and you spoke to great acclaim. You're welcome. Well, anyway, I'm glad you were here. I'm glad you've won this award. Let's take that award and let's take a couple pictures. Good. Right here, let's take a photo.
We are here with our very last honoree today, Jennifer Evins, President and CEO of Chapman Cultural Center. Love what you guys do up in Spartanburg, and not to mention it is just a gorgeous facility. It's got to be a lot of fun to work there.
It absolutely is. There's so much joy that happens there. There's so much positive energy that just goes out into the community just because you're celebrating the creativity of people.
That's wonderful. So you were born and raised in Indianapolis, I see here. After you graduated from Hanover College, you came down here on a temporary assignment, but you never left. So what kept you here?
Well, needless to say, the Upstate is an incredible place to live. I came to Spartanburg to work at Wofford College. I'm a member of Kappa Alpha Theta, and they hired me right out of college to travel to college chapters to make sure they were doing the right things. And my main responsibility was starting a new chapter for Theta at Wofford. And I spent my first winter here. I traveled all over the country, and every time I landed at GSP Airport, I knew I was home. It just felt right. And it's just such a beautiful place to live. The people are good here. There are great jobs, and so I was able to stay and get a new career path, and I've been here since.
I love it. I think many of us transplants feel the same way. We come here expecting to be here for a temporary time, and then we plan our roots.
Absolutely.
So, good place. Listen, congratulations to you.
Thank you.
A 2020 Woman of Influence.
Thank you.
You're
very
welcome.
much.
Guess what, Addie?
What, Rick?
That was the last one.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Time just flew.
I know, it's amazing, and it did. It went really fast, but I thought that was a lot of fun.
It was. Time flies when you're having fun, and man, we have some incredible women leading the charge here in the Upstate.
We do, and you did a great job. Thanks for introducing those executive women to all of our viewers out there tonight, so I appreciate your help.
I was honored to do it. Thanks.
You're welcome. Okay, but I'm not going to let you go yet because we have one more award to give out, and it's a very special award.
From your first car to a new life after retirement, your bank plays an active role in helping you turn life's goals into accomplishments. Hi, I'm Eric Wall, Marketing Director at Bank of Travelers Rest. For almost 75 years, we have partnered with customers to achieve their goals and make our communities an amazing place to live, learn, work, worship, and call home. And while times might be changing and technologies are evolving, our commitment remains the same as it was in 1946, to provide outstanding financial service to our customers. You see, we know that you have goals, and as your goals gain momentum, we want to be there with you every step of the way. Because at Bank of Travelers Rest, we're proud to be banking in the places we call home.
Okay, Addie, let's get on with giving out that last award, okay?
Sure, no problem.
Where did you come from? You were over there a minute ago. The magic of television. I love it. Okay, thank you, Miss Addie. All right, so here's our award. I'm going to set it right here. I'm coming back. Okay, I mentioned a minute ago, this is the Bank of Travelers Rest Community Champion Award, and I'm going to bring in the winner, and she does not know that she has won it. So give me a second, and we're going to grab her. Miss Heather, come back in for me, please, just for a minute, and stand right there where you were a minute ago. Now, I asked you to come back in to the studio for two reasons. Okay? Now, one of the reasons is my daughter, Allie, she goes to Lander University. Okay? Which is in Greenwood. Right? And I'm just wondering that in your position with the Partnership Alliance, if you could help me get a little discount on tuition.
Oh, a discount on tuition.
Yes.
Well, I can get you the South Carolinian resident rate.
Yeah, I've already got that, thank you. Can I get something more?
Well,
Room and board, some gift cards to Starbucks.
well, I do want to keep my job, so I probably won't be buying you any gift cards.
All right.
But if she needs an internship, maybe I can help her with that.
We'll be in touch. All right, the real reason I called you back in.
Okay.
I told the crowd earlier about how we made the selections for all of you 25 honorees. We had over 100 applications that came in, and we had a committee of people who looked through those applications and chose our honorees. Not only did they look through to choose the 25 honorees, but then they took the bios and the information from the 25 women who were going to be honored to receive one more award. One person to receive one more award, and that is you. And the award that you received today is the Bank of Travelers Rest Community Champion Award. You are so involved in your community, and your list of accomplishments is about yay long. And so I want to present this award to you. And while you are getting it and we're snapping a few photos, let's take a look at what Heather does in all of her spare time. All right, congratulations again.
Thank you.
And I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to kick it over to our friends at Bank of Travelers Rest, and they, I'm sure, have a few things to say to you. Let's see what they've got to say.
Hi, Heather, and hi, everybody else who's watching. I'm Eric Wall from Bank of Travelers Rest, and we are honored and delighted to be able to sponsor this award. Heather, what a wonderful example you are of a community partner. As a community bank, we are so excited about things happening in our community and so very committed to the places that we call home. As I look back through your award and your nomination, I was very impressed by your commitment to economic development and how that led you in through social responsibility. And I think what impressed me even more was how you were committed to your priorities, but also balancing other commitments such as family and keeping that work-life balance as it should be. And so, Heather, just as the women who have influenced you throughout your life, you've now become an influencer, and hats off to you. You truly make the Upstate a better place to live, work, worship, and call home. And as a community bank, that is something that we are certainly very proud of.
Bank of Travelers Rest Community Champion Award, the winner, Heather Simmons Jones. Congrats one last time. Good job.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome
Nice
so much.
surprise.
All right, folks, that does it. We have finished. We've given out all of our awards. We have honored our honorees, 25 influential women. That was a lot of fun for me, and I hope you enjoyed it. But I tell you what, we're not quite finished just yet. We have one more quick thing to do, and that is to hear from the mayor of the city of Malden, Terry Merritt. And Mayor Merritt is going to do a very special champagne toast for our honorees. Terry, take it away.
Hello, I'm Terry Merritt, Mayor of the City of Malden. I want to tell you a little bit about our city. We're a community-based city of roughly 28,000 people, one of the safest places to live, good fire service, good recreation. It's where you want to come and live to raise a family. And then, traditionally, you've left there to go to work. We're changing that. Malden is on the verge of being a new city, with our downtown city center area being developed soon. I know you've heard that, but really we are close. We're on the verge of that. So great place to live, work, play, and soon to dine. So we welcome you to the city of Malden and proud to have you there with us. It is indeed my honor to offer a toast to each one of you, the 2020 influential women. Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers.
That does it. That is the end of our inaugural Women of Influence event for 2020. I hope you enjoyed it. We certainly enjoyed honoring these very special women today. And thank you for joining us. And I'm sure you will see us again soon at another awards event. Thanks.